So the expectations of my parents for me would be to try my best. That was the number one thing that they always expected of me. Do my best. So that was what was expected of me, to go through and in schoolwork and chores around the house, helping them out. That was another thing that was duty, to make sure that I helped them out when they needed help at home with perhaps mowing the lawn when I got old enough to take it over so that mom and dad didn't have to do it. Cooking so that I would learn to become independent.
So how was my childhood different from my parents'? Well, yeah, I still had like chores, homework, yard work, all that kind of stuff.
A comparison of my childhood versus what kids today are going through. I'd need a multi-volume, multi-series that would rival anything shown on PBS to explain this, I think. It's very challenging to be a child today versus when I was a kid. I think life was much easier. I was born in 1970. I grew up in the 70s and 80s, and I believe I had a lot more freedom to go explore out and about on my own, to be out with friends. It almost seems like the world was a safer time then, with being able to go downtown on the subway, not have to worry about nonsense with weirdos and creeps that you find out there more often. When I went to grade school, we had something called night school, and it would run from approximately 6 until about 8 o'clock at night. And kids were going to and from home at 6 to 8 o'clock at night, and you didn't have a worry. Going downtown, as I said, is completely different. I would go to the Eaton Center, go shopping. I could do it on my own, go into Eaton's. I could look at the toys, I could look at the movies, and it was a little bit more devil may care with not having to worry. But that might be the innocence of youth on me, and maybe kids today have that same outlook of not seeing what the dangers are, because again, now I'm a dad, and it's a little bit more challenging. I think kids today are a lot more technological savvy than we were. They have cell phones that have the computer power of the rocket ships that went to the moon, the Apollo space program. You have a computer that filled the entire capsule that now sits in your hand. So there's a lot more information, and it's easier for kids today to learn. So hopefully, with all this advance in technology and the ability to be educated, the kids of today will be a lot smarter than we were.
From when I was a child, I feel that the world has evolved a little bit, especially around childhoods for kids nowadays. I don't know if it's because I'm older now and more responsibilities are put on you as you're getting older, or if it's just the change of times. As long as a child still has a really fun childhood that they'll always look back to when they're older, and if they can have a childhood to look back to when they're older, that'd be great. It's always nice to have memories to go back to, no matter how old you get.